Welcome back to another episode of Relevant with Rello and Rob. I am, of course, your host, Rello, and this is my co-host, Rob. What's happening, Rob?
What up? What up, everybody?
Hey man, we got a couple things to talk about today. Pretty interesting week. Um, so we got a lot of stuff with the NBA, some NFL action, and whatever else we get into. Right. So this week, the whole all-star roster for the NBA have been announced. There's a couple surprises and a couple exciting players that made the teams. Um, Notably, pretty much your mainstays in the All-Star game. You know, you got your LeBrons, you got your Kevin Durant's, you got your Giannis Antetokounmpos, and you got your Joel Embiid's. I'm gonna just read off the list of the starters for the West: Luka Doncic, Kevin Durant, Shea Gilgeous Alexander, LeBron James, Nikola Jokic. You got any thoughts about the starters for the
Mm,
Western Conference All Stars?
the starters. Uh, I'm trying to figure out how, and I'm not. I gotta always like put your hands up before you say anything about LeBron. How you still starting, man? Like, can't nobody take that spot from him,
Legacy. That's all I can. That's all I can say. Legacy.
right? Because
Cause,
ain't they like dead last in the West or something like that?
bro, I only they like barely in the play-in. So
Yeah, they barely in the playing tournament. So like. And part of being an all-star is like obviously your single individual accolades, right? And then it's also team success. Lakers ain't
yep,
having no team success.
right.
So um and then it's not only a fan vote, isn't it like coaches vote and players vote and everybody going into that?
So yeah, it's players, media, coaches, and the
Yeah,
fans.
so like my problem with all these awards is that like they're just always inconsistent. It's like who we like. Uh, and then they try to use whatever criteria they want to justify voting people in. Not
Yep.
saying LeBron James don't deserve to be an all-star. I'm just my thing is like I'm sure there's somebody else who's more deserving to be a starter this year, right? I'm sure he got great numbers. He always got great numbers. LeBron James is a pat statter, in my opinion. But
Stat
oh,
pattern.
say what?
Stat pattern. You
He's a
said
stat
Pat's. You said Pat Statter.
Staten, Patton, Pat Staten, whatever it is.
Pat the Rock.
Whether they up 20, whether they down 20, he gonna stay in the game and make sure he get to his numbers.
Yeah.
It's just what he does, right? So if I'm looking at the reserves, I'm trying to figure out.
The Western Reserve. So the
Yeah,
Western
at the
Reserve.
forward position, maybe Kawhi
Or Paul George.
or Paul George. Yeah, I would
Yeah.
say Anthony Edwards, but I know they do guards and forwards, right? And LeBron
Yeah.
James is a forward.
Yep.
So yeah, I would say maybe Kawhi, Paul George. Their team is more successful this year, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I would really say Kawhi because Kawhi has I mean he has the pedigree to be a starter, right? Two-time champion, two-time Final MVP. His team is doing good right now,
Yep.
so why not let your boy Kawhi start? But
I,
yeah,
s- I say, and it's probably service to the argument that I'm about to make, but I think that you probably get rid of having positions in the All Star game
yeah,
because when you look at it, um, only the Sacramento Kings are fifth in the West,
hmm
like way above the Lakers. So you can't tell me that De'Aaron Fox or Sabonis, Domantas Sabonis
yeah,
don't deserve to be in the All Star game over LeBron.
yeah.
Like
And then
LeBron,
shit, Anthony Davis,
yeah, Anthony Davis in the
what's
thing,
Steph
yeah,
Curry
like
doing in there?
yeah,
They suck too.
yeah. The Warriors ain't even in the daggone play in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like All Star, like what is All Star? What do we? That's my problem, right? When they at the end of like careers and stuff, they be like so and so, 20-time All Star, 15-time All Star. Like, bro, these like Steph Curry, LeBron James, are all, Anthony Davis are all stars this season on losing teams. How you an all star on your team losing?
Right. You might
Is
as
it
well throw
just
somebody on the Hornets in there.
yeah? Is it just a popularity contest?
Exactly.
So if we're gonna call it that, let's call it the popularity contest game or something.
Yeah.
Because for me, this is why all stars don't ever mean anything to me, right? Because these guys are not saying they're not great players, but I think
Yeah.
team success should go into it, right?
Yep.
So guys like you said, De'Aaron Fox, Sabonis should be rewarded for having their teams be successful and playing an All Star game.
Yep. You're right. Because I mean, I don't. Because you got the Nuggets. The Nuggets got one All Star in there, and the Nuggets are fourth in the West, but they only got Joker in there.
Yeah,
Jamal Murray should probably be in there too.
yeah,
If the Lakers got two and they ain't even winning,
and that's usually how it goes, right? Like back in the day, if I'm not mistaken, right? I think the Pistons. How many All Stars did the Pistons have?
they had their whole starting lineup in the daggone All Star game.
Right when the Celtics was doing their thing, the Heat when they had their big three, right?
Yep.
The what was it? The Warriors when they had their squad. Wasn't it Clay, Draymond, and
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I'm a Hawks fan. I remember for that one year that they won 60 games, the Hawks, they had four of their starters in the All Star game.
yeah, bro, you got to reward people for having success. You want players to care about the regular season, correct? Right? So I care about the regular season. I'm going out here. I'm hooping. I'm balling. I got my team in the top four seed. But no, we're gonna vote Anthony. We're gonna give Anthony Davis. And I'm okay. I'm cool. It's LeBron James, right? Boom. LeBron James, you're all star. You're just not a starter. Suck it up. Anthony Davis, you out, bro.
Yeah, completely.
You ain't what? Come on, stop it. You can't be in here. Jamal Murray, get in here. You're NBA. You got as many championships as Anthony Davis now, bro. Get on up
Yeah.
in here, right? And if you tell me who I'd rather watch play, probably Jamal Murray on offensively.
Hmm.
'Cause Anthony Davis ain't gonna do much. So I don't. Man, maybe it's just me.
Yeah, I mean, and it kind of, I kind of wonder like if the league is putting, well, will they put more importance on all NBA and not All Star, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't think moving on to there's the new collective bargaining agreement that the players in the league have is like everybody got to play 65 games in order to uh, to qualify for like end of the year awards such as like MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, All NBA, and all that type of stuff. And now we have a situation where players are getting hurt, right?
Hmm.
Um, they stacking up these injury days, and they're getting close to not being eligible for those end of the season awards,
Yeah.
such as one like Joel Embiid, which he has a propensity to be hurt a lot.
Yeah.
So there's no surprise there that he wouldn't qualify under this new rule. You also got players like Tyrese Halliburton, who has like had a legitimate injury this year, and he's coming close to not meeting that 65 game threshold.
Yeah.
Um, I personally, I think that the players or the league, whoever was responsible for like load management, right? They brought this upon themselves, right?
Mm,
Because you got players sitting out games for rest. Like I don't even know what that means, right?
yeah.
Like I don't know why they sitting out. So yeah, the league gonna institute this rule. Hey, you gotta play these many games in order to get this all pro, in order to get that bag at the end of the season, right? Um, do you have a problem with the 65 game rule or what?
I don't have a problem with the 65 game rule, and I think me and you had these conversations, like just life in general. Like it's a lot of nuance in life, right? So,
Hmm.
um, I like the rule, but I think that they made it hastily and then didn't put too much like thought into it, right? So if a guy's injured, he should get a little leeway, right? And I know you
Okay.
can like fake injuries, but we like if a guy's like injured, not injured, whatever, right? Um, so if he's injured, maybe he gets an extra 10 games or whatever due to injury. Now, if you just want to do like, because Joel Embiid gonna be hurt, man.
Yeah, he's
You just that's just what it is, right? Kawhi gonna be hurt, right? Just some players are just going to be hurt, and I don't want to punish them for this for because they're injury prone, right?
mhm,
Um, but with that being said, so maybe like guys like a Joel Embiid, guys who have a for guys who have an injury history, maybe give them like an extra 10 games like due to injury. So instead of and I'm just kind of like spitballing here. Instead of the what is it 65 games you got them they get to play 58. If they play 58, they get it. But Joel Embiid gonna be hurt. It's just what it is, and he's not the first of his kind that's injury prone and is going to miss games. But when they play, they're going to be successful. But I do also think that it's not fair to players who show up every day,
mhm.
right? So I give it to show up every day to perform. Because if I know I'm playing 65 games that year, I get to like I'm gonna ball out this game because I know I ain't playing tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm a rest up for like 2 games, and I'm gonna come out here. I'm gonna drop 60, right? I'm gonna sit out tomorrow, right? And then, so yeah, no, I get behind. I get the reasoning behind it, but for me, it's just like that dude gonna be hurt. Kawhi gonna be hurt. It's players throughout NBA history who just can't stay healthy, but when they have opportunity to play, play. So that's kind of where I'm at with it.
For the most part, throughout the history of sports in general, you always have certain players that always hurt, and then you have players that just seem to almost never get hurt,
Yeah, your
right?
boy Boston. I mean not Boston, Brooklyn.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I don't. That's a different thing. But
Yeah,
yeah. What was I saying? But yeah, it's they kind of have to find that happy medium, right? I think
yeah.
the rule now, I think they instituted it as an emergency measure,
Mm-hmm.
right? Oh, y'all doing this? Boom, we're gonna hit you with the hammer just to show you an example of how this thing gonna go. And I think in the next couple of years, I think they're gonna move that game threshold up a little bit or down a
Yeah,
little bit, however you
yeah.
want to look at it.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, cause like, uh, cause Joel Embiid balled out last year,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I don't think he missed that many games, like, but I don't. The problem, like I said, the problem is that people were just sitting out just to sit out, right? And then nobody said nothing about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now the league was like, okay, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna hit you in the pocket. We're gonna take some of that money that you could have earned, and then we'll see if you act right.
Yeah.
Because I mean, for the most part, everybody's been playing.
No,
And
I got
they've been complaining and stuff. Like nobody complains when they were sitting out and getting the money.
yeah.
So now they want to hit you in the pockets and then you get hurt. I mean, it's not like I'm not specifically talking about Joel Embiid and Tyrese Halliburton. They should be taking this up with not the league, but the players in the past or the organizations in the past who were
Spurs.
sitting the Spurs who were sitting
Yeah.
out these
Yeah.
players. Right, your problem not with the league. Your problem was with whoever allowed this to happen or
Yeah.
kept doing this.
Yeah. 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 And a lot of times, the players sit out, and it's not even their choice to sit out. Sometimes it's the training staff.
Exactly. That's why I said like the teams or
Yeah.
whoever.
Telling them to sit out, right? So it's not all on the players, but that's what everybody what it makes it seem like it's all on the players. But they're the players, and there's people in charge of them. There's a coach in charge of them. There's a GM in charge of them. It's somebody that signed a paycheck, and if that person tell you, "Hey, you sitting out," guess what you're doing?
Yeah.
You sitting out. It ain't much you can do about it, right? Because if like I know, if you buck back too hard,
Hmm.
right, it's gonna be a problem. And I'm sure the players want to play. I'm sure they want to hoop, but they also want to make sure that they're ready for the postseason, right? And I think one thing with like LeBron, one reason LeBron is able to play this long, and Steph Curry is able to play this long, and Tim Duncan was able to play so many years, was because of that low management per se, right? I mean, you could disagree. How long was Tim Duncan's career?
It was a long time. It was a
How
long
long is
time.
LeBron's career?
It was a long time. How long
Steph
was
Curry
Kobe?
still hooping.
How
They
long
old,
was how long was Kobe's career?
huh? So how ruptured Achilles,
That was at the end.
huh?
That was at the
Was
end.
it? It wasn't all the way at the end.
It was at
He
the
played.
end, man. It
He
was like
played.
in his 17th year.
That wasn't his 17th year.
It was around
That's
there, bro. I'm telling you.
that was when he because he had I think that's when they actually supposed to had championship aspirations that year. That's when he was trying to drag Steve Nash and Dwight
Mm-mm.
Howard.
No.
I'm sure it was that year. It was,
No.
it was that year. I promise you.
No. It was when they was having like I think what's his name? Oh, what is it? The Asian dude.
Man, hold on, give me a second.
Jeremy Lin.
Nah, bro.
I'm
This
telling
ain't the
you.
old times. We can look stuff up.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Look, what you gonna go? You gonna Google it? What
Yeah, come on, man. This
what
ain't the old days where we just argue. We just we look it up and see.
what year did Kobe tear his Achilles? Did you find it?
Yeah, I found it.
Okay, what is it?
It was 2013.
2013.
Yeah,
What year did he retire? 2016. His last game was 2016.
2016.
So he played how many years? 20, right?
Just because he came
21.
in at 18.
That don't got nothing to do with it. That ain't the question. What year did he retire?
2016.
Okay.
But
And
he
you
retired
said
because he had that Achilles. So that's what I'm saying. So Kobe tore his Achilles. He retired at 37. So 4 years before that, 3 years before he tore his Achilles at like 34, bro.
yeah, but no,
Steph Curry is 36, balling still.
it's because of just what you said. Kobe came in the league at 17.
Yeah,
So he
LeBron,
has an extra 3 years that most people don't got, right?
but hooping is still hooping. Kobe had to retire at 37. Steph Curry, I'm pretty sure Steph Curry's like 37, still hooping.
Yeah. Okay, but are you saying that you think he tore his Achilles because he was playing too many games?
I think that you're gonna tear your Achilles, you're gonna tear your Achilles. We both know that,
Exactly,
right?
exactly.
But my point is that players are getting to play. We get to experience these players for longer because of the low management that has happened.
And
Back in the day, players was running themselves into the ground, and they
Mhm.
have to retire at age 37, or they didn't look like they looked. Or they didn't look like these players are looking nowadays, right?
Okay.
Obviously, technology and all of these things. But I believe, in my opinion,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
In my opinion, I think that load management is allowing players to stay explosive for longer, play for longer. For example, Steph Curry. For example, LeBron James. And I could probably pull up like Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant's up there in age, right? These players are able to play a little bit longer now because of things like load management and taking 3 or 4, five, whatever, how many games they be taking off in the season,
Mhm.
stuff like that. Just in my opinion. You
Okay.
can disagree if
So
you want, but
so we agree that probably Greg Popovich and the Spurs started this whole low management stuff, right?
yeah,
They started this. They made this stuff cool, right? Okay.
yeah.
So where was Kawhi Leonard drafted to? Actually, where did he play his first stint in the NBA at?
And we know where he was at. What did
San
Spurs?
Antonio, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Spurs, right? So we know the Spurs institutes low management, right?
yeah.
So how do you explain him being hurt for like 3 or 4 years straight?
Some players are just injury prone, man.
Exactly, right? So I don't have it. You just said it. Some players are injury prone no matter what. It don't matter what you do,
Yeah.
low management, play, whatever. They just gonna get hurt. So those are the anomaly. I believe if you don't condition your body enough, you're going to get hurt, period. Right? I think the problem is that I'm not necessarily saying that they're not playing enough, but I believe that they're playing so little that you asking your body to do something that it's not used to on a more consistent basis, right? If I got a Ferrari or a Bugatti or something like that, and I never drive it, but all I do is drive it to like the convenience store up the street. every day. That's all I do. And then one day I just start. I just want to push it to like 180 miles per hour. That thing ain't gonna act right because it's not used to doing that, and I'm not putting the time into the machine that it should be in order to perform how I want it to perform. Does that make sense?
Two things, it makes sense, but as we always say, two things can be true.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? Now, if
Hmm.
I got that same, what we say Bugatti, I got
Yeah.
that same Bugatti. And
Hmm.
every day I'm pushing it 100,
Yeah.
100, 100, 100, 100,
Yeah.
right? Versus
Yeah.
some days I push it 100, 100, 100, I give it 2 days off. 100, 100, 100, give it 2 days off. Is that car going to last longer if I give it those days off, or is the car going to run out faster if I just push it every single day? Like if I'm
I
Tom Thibodeau in that car.
I think it'll last longer if you have if you use it consistently, right? I guess like if you push it 100 every day, 100 every day, do a little maintenance on it like you're supposed to, right? Push it 100, push it 100, push it 100, do a little maintenance like you're supposed to, and then you have a off season to fine tune it. I believe it's gonna last as long as it's gonna last. I mean, and especially like cars and human bodies, some people and some machines are just prone to be injured or have something wrong with it, right?
Mhm.
Um, it's just how it is what it is. Sometimes, like me and you can get the same exact car. Like I get a 2024 Honda Accord, you get a 2024 Honda Accord from the same lot on the same day. We both drive it out. 6 months later, yours could be fine, mine's is breaking down. It's just I don't think it's a load management issue. I don't think players getting hurt. I don't think it's a load management issue. I don't believe it's a they pushing their bodies too much issue. I think it's some people are just gonna get hurt. Period.
Okay, well, we can agree to disagree.
Well, you wrong.
If you say so. I just know the trainers and the coaches be telling them to sit down. So
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they know something. They know something I don't know. I don't know.
I, I I mean they still get hurt, so you can't. I mean,
That,
injuries are gonna happen.
that's my
Injuries are gonna
point.
happen.
So how do I mitigate? How do I
Condition your
mitigate?
body.
No, 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 no. You can't get injured sitting there.
Yeah, but you can.
your,
All
your
right,
car
you
can't crash if it's your car can't crash if it's in the garage.
yeah, and also can't perform either.
Hey, okay.
So if I tell you, so you just sitting down in your chair right now, right? And I just go to go sprint as hard as you can right now. You're probably gonna get hurt.
I probably can't do it, and you know why?
I know why, but I'm saying with me, if I'm just sitting here right now
Yeah.
at whatever time it is in the morning, and I just go out and run on the street, just push it, booking it, I'm probably gonna get hurt. No
Yeah.
stretches, no nothing.
Yeah.
And that's with anybody.
Okay.
That's
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying.
no, you just said agree to disagree, so you do disagree.
Yeah. I don't completely. You're not like wrong.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you're wrong with my whole chest. I'm saying you're wrong with like half my chest. You know what I'm saying?
The
Like,
left pec.
yeah, just the left side of my chest. You're wrong. Yeah. But I also think that you reduce the amount of injuries if you don't play all the time. Right? That like those 10 games you sit out, those are 10 games that you don't 10 times that you don't necessarily get injured and gives your body time to recover. That's all.
Okay. So with that being said, if I'm letting you sit out, should I still pay you your full contract? I mean, okay, no, no, okay. If the organization is making you do it, yeah, they should pay you your contract, right?
Hmm.
But if you say you have the cachet in the league and you just like, hey, I'm gonna exercise load management.
Yeah.
Should the organization be should the organization pay you for the
Um,
games you missed with no injury?
we get paid for the days we miss at work. They salary, baby.
Because we on salary, yeah.
Yeah, we salary. What we talking about? Give me my
So
salary.
you know what's gonna happen? I think the NBA gonna probably move to a NFL type of thing for they salaries. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
This shit gonna be super incentive based, sign on bonus, and then everything else. Nah, that's what's probably gonna happen.
There's gonna be something though. Well, yeah, I don't know because I know they starting to make these deals real big for these guys so they don't leave their team. So I don't
Yeah,
know. The NFL is team based. NBA is like more individual based. So
yeah,
they contracts have to be uh like heavily incentivized for those individuals to make them want to stay in certain places. Because if not, I'm up. I'm gone. Put me in Miami, baby. If I'm get a shitty contract, I want a shitty contract in Miami.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I got you. Yeah. Um, the Lakers suck.
yeah. Oh my gosh.
They've been sucking for a minute. Um, do you? Well, some people out there have been suggesting that they trade LeBron. I think I even said that at one point.
Yeah.
Not on mic, but I believe I said that to you before. Uh, do you, do you think there's a value for LeBron if you on the trade market? And should the Lakers entertain it?
So I think there may be a value for LeBron, right? If you're trying to win a championship,
Mm.
right? So I mean, we can spitball it right here. Uh, who could LeBron go to and win a chip with?
Yes. If you in the top, if you in the top 5 in your conference, and you add LeBron, you can win a championship. I'm
Okay.
looking at it. I'm looking at it right now. I'm
So
okay.
give me top five out west that would need
Top 5.
LeBron.
OKC, Minnesota, the
Okay.
Clippers,
So
the Clippers, the Nuggets, the Kings, the Suns.
um,
Actually, that's top 6. So.
I mean the Sun, yeah. I mean the Clipper. Who would you trade them for? The Clippers. Well, like, okay, look, who we trading LeBron for? James
I
Harden?
would, yep, exactly. Yep. He
Okay.
instantly makes them better. Like that's
Yeah.
just
Okay. We
yeah.
trade LeBron for. Can James Harden even be traded though? Couldn't he already traded this year?
That motherfucker. Yeah, I think he can be.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah,
I
we
think the deadline was
trade
like
for
that's
James
December.
Harden. Yeah. Phoenix. We trade LeBron for Bradley Beal.
Yep.
Yeah, sure. I'll do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
We trade LeBron for I don't know Clay. Go to the Warriors.
But he ain't top. They ain't top 6.
Yeah.
I mean, you pretty no. He'll pretty much end up on the same team. Like he'll be in the. That's the Lakers again.
I
So
don't know. LeBron and Steph gonna be something different.
yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
they got like young pieces on the Warriors. LeBron don't
yeah,
play well with young guys.
yeah. LeBron. I know he ain't going to no Milwaukee. Should go back to Cleveland.
Yeah. Give up Donovan
Yeah.
or give up Garland.
Yeah, but I don't think LeBron wants to go anywhere, right? I don't think he
I
been
don't. No. 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 Yeah. I don't think he wanna go
yeah,
nowhere.
yeah,
No.
yeah, yeah. If I'm the Lakers, would I trade him? If I can get you gotta give me an all-star back though. Or all-star potential. Like,
Sure.
yeah, if I could trade him for a younger all-star, I'd do it.
Yeah, I would if I'm the Lakers, I would trade him for a first round pick. Because that first round pick gonna be like in the late 20s and
Yeah.
30 or whatever. So they should be able to give that up because that pick ain't gonna be worth nothing anyway. And
Hmm.
then give me an All Star. That's easy.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
if I'm the Lakers, right? If I'm one of these organizations, maybe I'll entertain it.
Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't mind going if I wouldn't mind going back to shoot Miami.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind going to play in. I think him going to New York. He can get them. Him and Jalen Brunson can get them to the finals.
yeah,
Yeah. Uh, I go back out east.
yeah. I wouldn't stay in the West.
I
No.
go back out east unless you trade me for let's say James Harden and it's me, Kawhi, and PG.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's yeah, that's it.
yeah. Uh, Really see if they can get him for Russ.
They ain't doing that.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I mean, if you give me an all-star for him, yeah, sure, I'll go. I'd trade him
Yeah,
because
and I
he
think
probably got what, like 2 years left,
yeah,
and he's
and I
really
think
hanging on so till Bronny get drafted. Yeah, so might as well start your rebuilding right now. Y'all
speaking
losing.
speaking of, I think they got him going undrafted if he
Bronny,
came out if he declared this year. Yeah,
that's perfect.
yeah, so he can sign with anybody.
Yeah. That's probably what he's doing. He just don't do
He
too
just
much.
that sandbagging in USC.
Yeah.
I was looking at I watched like 2 minutes of them play the other night. They
Yeah,
like eight. They like 8-12. They not even that good.
yeah. But I think people are petty. Some NBA team would draft him.
Yeah,
So
it'll be the damn Pistons or some shit.
yeah, yeah.
Come
Boston,
on, LeBron.
yeah, or the Boston Celtics.
Yeah. If I'm Miami, I'd do it. They
Yeah,
do that shit. Pat Riley do some shit like that.
yeah. I think Bronny be a good fit in Miami.
Yeah,
Yeah, under
and
with Pat and Spo.
yeah, and LeBron know it too.
Yeah. Or you can get him. You can go to Golden State and then Steve Kerr can develop him.
Did they change the meaning of develop?
Steve Kerr done developed some players, man.
Who he? Okay, let me know. Who did Steve Kerr develop?
Uh, Moses Moody.
That motherfucker. I watched him play there. He don't even. I don't even think he can. He don't even get no run.
Who old boy they traded away?
James Wiseman.
Wiseman.
Oh, he developed like a
Yeah, Jordan Poole.
he out of there. That man don't develop nobody.
Kaminga.
Man, he been in the league like 4 years, right?
Yeah.
Took him
No,
this long.
you know that was a joke.
I know that was a joke. Yeah, I know that. Yeah. I didn't think you. I believe you didn't think that was true though for a while though, right?
What?
You thought he would actually develop players, or
No,
no?
I never thought he was developing no players,
Okay,
man.
okay, okay. I heard you.
They Mark Jackson gave him the keys to the Ferrari.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Okay. Oh, NBA. Okay. Back to this NFL. We got like a week and a day
Mhm.
before the Super Bowl takes place between the San Francisco 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Quarterback for the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, already got 2 chips, got 2 Super Bowls. He's in the GOAT conversation now.
Yeah.
What do you have? What do you see happening in this Super Bowl in a week in a day?
Um, like I said when Patty Patty Mack was about to play Baltimore. Even though I can go on Baltimore how they set up my boy Lamar for failure, running the
Setting
ball
them
6 times.
up, bro.
Yeah,
Setting them up.
set him up for failure. Only ran the ball 6 times, and most of the time, Kansas City was like in a two safety formation, right? Anywho, we'll do something about that. Anywho, the Super Bowl, I think Patrick is about to go do his thing, man. Like, yeah, I mean, he got the connection with Travis, Andy Reid. Me and you talked about Andy Reid and how good of a coach we think he is, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think they get this third Super Bowl. I think that now I can start to insert my boy Andy Reid into the GOAT coach conversation. Um, and then I think Patrick Mahomes need maybe like after he wins this one, that'll put him at 3, maybe 2 more to start saying he's like the GOAT. The GOAT. He's a GOAT, but he's not the GOAT. Because I can't. It's hard for me to be like, all right, bye, Joe Montana. And I think Joe
Yeah.
had what 4 or 5.
5.
Yeah. I think Joe had 5, and
So I think
then
he had like 3 before he even got Jerry Rice.
yeah, like then people just like Joe Montana didn't exist. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So and then we're gonna act like my boy Troy Aikman didn't exist. Like my man Troy got 3 of them.
Yeah.
So I think, and this is one thing I don't like about sports, how we just like leapfrog like stuff that other dudes did and accomplished. Like LeBron got to 3 chips and all of a sudden he the GOAT. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And for me, so like I love Patrick. I think he's probably one of the most skilled quarterbacks ever. Great player, but um, like accomplishments matter, numbers matter, eye test matters, right? Eye test wise, Patrick Mahomes can be like go, right?
Mhm.
But you still got to go out there and do numbers,
Yeah.
right? You still got to go out there and win some Super Bowls. And 2 Super Bowls for me, I can't just be like you to go, right? So I think he's gonna win. I think they're gonna do his thing. I don't. I think Brock. I don't know if the goat effect. I was telling you about this goat effect, right? You
Yeah.
don't believe in it, right?
I'm a believer now.
You believe in the goat effect, right? So for those who don't understand what the goat effect is, the goat effect is when Tom Brady was in what's the
Patriots?
it
New
with
England?
the Patriots, the whole division sucked because they suck because all they're trying to do, they're all worried about Tom Brady, and you're worried about him. He got you nervous. You make bad decisions, right? When LeBron was in the Eastern Conference, the whole Eastern Conference sucked. Toronto, when they played Toronto, Toronto forget how to play basketball because
Yeah.
they going up against the GOAT. They shook, right? They all just
The
the
Pacers.
GOAT effect, the GOAT Baltimore, right? The GOAT
Hmm.
effect. They going against Patrick. They don't know what to do. They only run the ball 6 times. You're like, well, you forget.
Y'all the number one rushing league team in
Yeah,
the league.
when you're going against goats, goats make you make bad decisions. They scare you. They get you out of character. The goat effect. Um, so I think the goat effect is going to take place again. They're gonna be all shook. They're gonna be worried about Patrick Mahomes because ain't no lead ever safe. You can go up 21-0 going into the fourth quarter. You're like, oh shoot, right? So you on edge every time. They're gonna like last game when Baltimore, they're like on their own, they're in their own side of the field. It's like 4th and 2. They got to go for it. Why?
Hmm.
The goat effect. Like usually
Yeah.
you probably just punt it off. I will get a stop. Be like, man, we punt this off. Pat and go up on us 14. No, right? That goats make you do stuff that out of character. And I think that's going to take place in the Super Bowl. 49ers going to get out of character. Purdy ain't going to know what to do. Coach ain't going to know what to do. And the Chiefs, for some reason, they step up every time they need to. Every time they need to make a play, they make plays. Every time they need to make a catch, they make a catch. They need to stop, they get a stop. And um, Andy Reid gonna get you about 7 to 14 points on some plays. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm taking the Chiefs.
You speaking about the GOAT effect. I mean, even the Niners didn't look great against the last two opponents they played against anyway.
Yeah.
Like they who did they play? They played the Packers
Mm-hmm.
and
Lions.
and the Lions.
Yeah.
They had trouble with both of them teams.
Yeah.
The Packers weren't even supposed to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Lions, it's the Lions,
Yeah.
right? So they had trouble with them, with Jared Goff and Jordan Love, who's a first year starting quarterback. What kind of trouble you think you're gonna have with Pat Mahomes?
Yeah.
Nah, man. I'm taking the Chiefs. I'm taking the Chiefs. Like the Niners defense didn't look like they looked all year when
Mm-hmm.
they played against Jordan Love and Jared Goff. Like I have no doubt that the Chiefs are gonna get their third Super Bowl in 5 years or whatever it is.
Mm.
It's I don't
Oh,
even
we about to call
huh?
it Super Bowl. Are we about to start calling it Super Bowl the Pat Mahomes Invitational?
The Super Bowl about to be because it was the AFC Championship.
Yeah.
The AFC Championship was the Pat Mahomes Invitational. The
Yeah.
Super Bowl is now the Patrick Mahomes Invitational. If you in the AFC, if you got Super Bowl aspirations in the AFC, you might as well lose them things
Yeah.
because
That
you're not
that
getting there.
that'll take us to our next point, right? Jim Harbaugh taking over the Chargers.
Oh, you I don't even know why you went over there, bruh. Yeah, good transition. Yeah, Jim Harbaugh was hired by the San Diego Chargers to be their next head coach. Um, he inherits Justin Herbert, um, Rob's favorite quarterback. Um, I for one. The Chargers are in the Chiefs division, so you
Yeah.
got to see him twice at least. And you in the AFC, so you got to go against not only Patrick Mahomes twice, you got to go against Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm. And oh boy.
Oh, and my new guy,
Yeah.
CJ Stroud.
Yeah.
That's a, I mean, that, I think he was only looking at the quarterback and what he could do with the quarterback
Yeah.
and not thinking about the other outside forces, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
he interviewed with my Atlanta Falcons. If
Yeah.
I was him, not even just on some Falcons fandom type stuff, I would have chose the Falcons because they got all the pieces except
Mm-hmm.
the quarterback. So I'm pretty sure you can probably at least move up in the draft this year, go snatch you a college quarterback, mold him, and then in a weak division, NFC South is a weak division, and the NFC as a whole is pretty weak as a conference. Like I don't know why you even. I mean, maybe he loved the challenge. Cool, that's great. Cool for
Yeah.
him. Like you like want to take on the challenge. Cool, but the Chargers have one of the most talented rosters in the league, and they only won like 5 games this year.
Yeah.
Everybody getting paid on that team right now,
Yeah.
so y'all in salary cap hell.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to drop some of them pieces, and now you're gonna have a bunch of undrafted or fifth and sixth round talent on that team with a Justin Herbert, who's allegedly one of the top quarterbacks in the league. That's yet to be seen because I don't know. Maybe it's coaching, maybe it's him. I don't know, but we gonna find out this year.
Yeah. I mean, Justin Herbert got the tools, right? What they say,
He
big,
has the
strong.
tangibles.
Yeah, he got the tangibles, right? But for me, quarterbacks, it's all about the intangibles, right? Um, and I have the saying, right? Winners win, and losers is gonna lose, right?
Yeah,
And I wholeheartedly believe that with quarterbacks, right? If you're a winner quarterback, you're going to win games. Lamar Jackson came in, right? They couldn't. They sucked at quarterback. Da, 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 whatever.
he came in mid season.
Start winning games off bat. Right. Tom Brady, young Tom Brady, came in. Start winning off bat. Patrick Mahomes came in. Start winning off bat. C.J.
Hmm.
Stroud. Right. Um, and then it maybe not the first season, but by the time you get to like that second, third season,
Yeah,
right?
take off.
You taking off. Not just numbers wise, but record wise.
Hmm.
What has Herbert been doing? He been putting up numbers. Like I'm so tired of, and I think it's like lazy commentating, lazy like just he's had the most touchdowns in the first 3 seasons. I'm like, I don't care, bro. Okay, cool. What is he
Yeah.
doing with it?
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Well, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But what is he doing with it? What is he producing from it, right? What are the results? As far as are you affecting winning with all of that? No. So Jim Hart is Jim, right?
Jim. Yeah, Jim.
Jim, yeah, yeah, yeah. So I mean, I think he's a great coach. I used
Hmm.
to argue for him as like all with people all the time. He ain't. I said, man, that dude can coach,
Yeah.
but you gonna have to be one hell of a coach
Yeah.
if you think you about to go up against Pat Mahomes and Andy Reid, right? And
In
then
your division.
your brother and Lamar, who just keeps getting better. Then you got to go up against Josh Allen, even though he has his mistakes, they every year they show up like, oh, yeah, better, 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 right? So yeah, that's a gauntlet you're gonna have to run, man. I'm trying to figure out like what can you compare that to as far as like you're gonna have having to go through that.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just like it's like an old mythological saying, like they got not saying, but like a story where like the
Yeah.
dude got to go through like the 7 gates of hell or some shit just to like,
Yeah,
bro. That's what you going through.
yeah. Like going on some quest to try to
The Odyssey. Yeah, you
yeah,
remember the
yeah.
book, The Odyssey? Y'all read that in school?
Yeah, the Odyssey. Yeah. It's
Odysseus.
bad or something. Yeah.
No,
And then you got Pat Mahomes right there in the back, just waiting on you.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's the boss. That's the
yeah,
in the video
Thanos.
games. Yeah, that's Thanos with
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
rings.
that's who Patrick Mahomes is. He's Thanos now, and all,
Yeah,
and then you got to go through the Avengers just to get through Thanos.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, no, man, I'm going. Yeah, he got it,
yeah.
but we'll see.
So Jim Harbaugh got a job. A lot of coaches in the league got a job.
Hmm.
Out of them, right? But not the so-called goat of coaches. One Bill Belichick
Mm.
interviewed. I think he only interviewed with the Falcons.
Yeah,
Um, and he didn't get the job. He don't got a job at all. I don't think he's gonna get one this offseason. Um, is that a sign of like him not being as good as we thought he was, or is it just the opportunities weren't there? I don't know. I mean, the opportunities were there, just didn't nobody want him. It seemed like didn't nobody want him.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Is he overrated, or is or what's going on with this Bill Belichick situation?
So as we always say, two things can be true,
Okay,
right? Um, I think he's a bit overrated.
okay,
I think he's a bit overrated. Yeah, he developed Tom Brady, right? Um, That's what they say, right? So this
yeah,
is my theory with this, right? I think he didn't necessarily develop Tom Brady as a thrower of the ball or whatever, but I think he helped Tom Brady see the game a certain way, right?
okay, yeah,
I
I
think
got
he
you.
helped Tom Brady as a quarterback see the game from a defensive coach's perspective,
Hmm.
right? So know when to throw the ball away, know that like okay, cool, I'm gonna let my defense win this game. Know how to read defenses because he's a defensive guru. So in that aspect, and probably taught Tom Brady how to be like a professional, right? And then just kind of how to like run an organization as a quarterback. And then Tom Brady took whatever Bill gave him, made it his own, right? So I think he helped Tom Brady develop in that sense. So he had a part of Tom Brady's development, obviously, 'cause he's just his coach. Um, with that being said, I I think he let a lot of the success that he had as a coach probably stunt his growth as a coach as
Hmm.
well, right? He's like, I'm Bill Belichick. It's the Patriot way, my way or the highway. Get out of here. I'm gonna do things the way I like to do them. Versus somebody like Andy Reid, who's a little bit more innovative, probably is a little bit more approachable, who people like, right?
Hmm.
And a part of having a winning culture is the people in that room have to have somebody that they're playing for,
Yeah.
right? So Tom Brady probably is the guy that they like, man, we want to win for Tom, right? We love Tom. You always hear the Warriors talk about that. We want to win for Steph, right? We love Steph, right? So when you look at the Chiefs culture, you can tell they want to win for Pat and they want to win for Andy, right? They
Hmm.
love Andy. I don't think nobody like Bill, man.
Yeah.
So you can come into these. If I'm an owner, if I'm a GM, I have to work with you, bro. Right? I gotta deal with
Hmm.
you every day. I gotta talk to you, and I'm successful in my own right. If I'm one of them people, you're not
Yeah.
gonna talk to me any kind of way. You're not gonna give me no cold shoulder. I'm not dealing with that because you ain't guaranteeing me no Super Bowl. What you did was
Yeah.
in the past, and we all know the NFL is now moving toward offensive, right? And I think me and you both said this. If I'm hiring somebody, I'm hiring an offensive head coach. I just have to because if I hire a defensive head coach and we get this great offensive coordinator, as soon as he gone, as soon as
Yeah.
I give him a job, now I got to start over. So I'm going with my offensive head coach, right? So that way, him and that quarterback, Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid, they got the relationship. It's gonna be going on for years as long as Andy wants to coach, right? And
Yeah.
that's why I think a lot of Pat Mahomes' success comes from. So for me, and then you can even look at Brock Purdy. He has the offensive success because he has an offensive minded head coach. So for me, I think Bill Belichick's personality, they like, man, we not dealing with that, bro. You won. You had Tom Brady. What's the chances of you finding another Tom Brady at quarterback?
Yeah.
So no, we good. We probably gonna get us. We're gonna get us somebody else that we can get along with that I can deal with every day. That I can probably go have a beer with. That ain't gonna, and we can just kind of keep it pushing. So I think it's a combination. They don't like him, and he a little bit overrated.
Yeah. As you were talking, I was thinking like I think you hit on something, right? I think that Bill Belichick failed to adjust with the times
Mm,
as far as his coaching style, right? Because when you came in the, I think he came in the '80s, right?
yeah,
You can just cuss a player out; they gonna do what you say. You ain't got to do all this talk, blah blah blah, hoopla. You ain't gotta massage no egos and all that stuff. Only maybe LT, but LT did whatever he want, like
yeah,
because
yeah,
he was him, right?
yeah, yeah.
So for 20 now 30 plus years, you've seen a change in the mentality of the players that you are coaching, right? It went from yes, coach, I'll do whatever you say, coach. I just want to make the team, coach, to hey, what's up, coach? You said we gotta be here at 9. I think I ain't gonna be here till like 9:15.
Yeah.
Right? They need them. These players and these people these nowadays just need a little bit more coddling. They need a little bit more massaging of the egos. They want to feel like that it's all about them, even though it ain't. But hey, you just got to make them feel that way, right? And that's the thing about leadership is that you got to adjust your leadership style to the individual that you're leading, right? Everybody not gonna respond to the same type of leadership or the same type of coaching or the same type of
Mhm.
mentorship. Maybe, yeah, you probably gonna have some of those guys that he can coach with that old school mentality. But for the most part, all the other players, nah, they ain't having that. Like you got to talk to them like they people. Not saying like he wasn't, but you got to talk to them in a certain way that you probably not used to. And it sounds like he's going to continue to coach in a manner that is not conducive to the players that he's coaching today,
Yeah,
right? And you said it, Bill, Andy Reid. I don't know how he was in the past, but it seems like he was more willing to adjust to the times and adjust to the players that he's coaching. I don't know how his coaching style was in Philly, but I'm pretty sure it probably wasn't as lenient or as favorable as it is today, right? Because he had guys like hard nosed football
yeah,
players when he had in Philly. So
yeah,
right now he got a whole bunch of egos, especially on the Chiefs. All these egos, and don't nobody deserve one except Mahomes and Kelsey,
yeah, yeah.
right? Because you got Kadarius Tony out there
Yo,
talking,
acting a fool, looking
acting
like
a
Kodak
fool,
Black.
right? And like you ain't done nothing.
Yeah, yeah,
Like you was traded from the Giants on your first contract, your rookie
yeah,
deal.
yeah.
Like they spent a first round pick on you and they got you up out of there. And he
Hmm.
talking like he hot stuff. Like, nah,
Yeah,
that's not it. But that's just the mentality of the players that they have in the league today. And like I said, Bill Belichick has probably failed in adjusting to the times, and now you're seeing the results of that. So ain't no organization gonna hire you.
yeah, exactly.
Simple as that.
I ain't got nothing else on Bill,
You
man.
got that's it.
I love you,
Okay.
Bill.
Huh? What'd you
I
say?
love you. I love you, Bill.
That's it, man. All right, that is it. We're gonna get on up out of here. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Comment in the comment sections if you want to. That's all good. This has been Relevant with Rello and Rob. Um, we'll see y'all next time.